Hey guys, what's good? What's up? Green salutations. Welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy Dickin. Alright guys, so today I wanted to make a video on something I wanted to talk about maybe for a few months. I want to talk about like some of my sleep paralysis and dreams experience I had like a few years ago, and one dating back to not that long ago, to be honest. I don't know, I just think they're really cool experiences. And it's something like I like talking about. Like, one of the purposes and reasons I made this channel was to speak about things, things like this, speak about some of my experience. Because, I've been through a lot of things, I mean, who hasn't? But, like, I've been through, like, a lot of crazy, like, funny, like, who would have thought shit, like, I just been through, like, I've experienced so many things. It's like, it's like, I really want to write a book. I want to make a movie. Like, this is the type of things I want to do. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so this is, I guess, the first time I had sleep paralysis. I was like 16. I was like a junior in high school. So this is what went down. So it was like around this time. It was like October. I was on the phone with my boy. I'm not gonna say his name, so I'm gonna just say his initial. I was on the phone with my boy named K. So it was like around 6. I remember the sun was like, it was kind of dark already, like, so yeah, we were on the phone. We were talking about what we were gonna do later because we were gonna meet up. And yeah, we're speaking, and then we're like, oh, let's go meet up with another one of our boys. His name was M. So he's like, so now it's me, Kate, M on a 3-way conversation on the phone. And I remember we made plans like 2 hours later, like for 2 hours later of the time, so like around 8. And I remember I hung up, and I remember I knocked out. Like, I instantly just fell into like a deep sleep. And I don't know where, like, I guess a part of me woke up, and like I was still holding my, like, but in my sleep paralysis, like I was still holding my phone. I was still on the phone with both of them. Like, we were having, I don't want to say the exact same type of conversation, like word to word, but like it was like the same topic, the same conversation, like almost the same thing basically. And then I felt like something in my room. So I guess I look up. I'm getting nervous. And I'm getting goosebumps. And I see, like, these 3, like, shadowy figures, like, in my room. But the thing is, they're, like, right next to me. So there's, like, one in front of me, like, by the toes of my bed. And there's one to the left of me by, like, this side. And there's one to the right of me, like, right here. And they're standing. And, like, I can't see a face or anything. It's just, like, shadows, you know what I'm trying to say? They look, like, static. They look like, when you draw shit. And, like, I don't know how to explain it. But it looked like, I don't want to say a sketch. But the way it looked static. Yeah. And they were just there. And, like, I wasn't scared, to be honest. Like, I got a sense of, like, calmness. Like, I felt very calm. And the thing is, like, I felt like they were watching over me. Like, that's what I felt. Like, that's just what I felt from it. Like, when I woke up from it or whatever. Like, I felt like they were just watching over me. And they were, like, looking down at me. And then I woke up. And I was like, what? And then I woke up, and then my boy literally called me Kay, and he was like, yo, like, I'm outside. I'm like, whoa, like, what? I'm like, damn, that was 2 hours. Like, it was so weird. Because, like, when you have, like, dreams or sleep paralysis like that, like, when a part of you wakes up, and it's, like, it looks the same, but it looks very, like, everything looks the same, because in dreams, like, not everything looks exactly the same. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I mean, everyone dreams differently. I'm not sure. But, like, everything was exactly the same, but it just looks it looks like parallel universe, you know what I'm trying to say, like, kind of glitchy and shit. It looks like an altered universe of your dream type shit. So yeah, that was the first sleep paralysis I had. And the second one I had, it was kind of like, well, this one was more like, it was more vivid. So I remember I was like 17. I was in the mental hospital. And I remember, like, I woke up. Oh, let me say, I had a window. Okay, I'm gonna explain my room. So I had a window, but it was behind me. Obviously, I had, like, bars, so, like, and you couldn't open it, obviously, so you want to escape. I had a chalkboard to the left of me, and in front of me was just, like, a little dresser, and we could never close our doors, obviously. So my door was always open, and obviously there was always nurses there, like, day and night, 2 different shifts. I remember it was night. I don't know what time it was. I don't know what time I fell asleep. Like I said, there was no clocks, only, like, one outside. I want to say, like, it was probably so early, but I don't know why I felt like it was so late. It was probably just, like, 11 o'clock, but I felt like it was 2 in the morning. So I remember, like, I was sleeping, then I just woke up. But the thing is, I couldn't move my body. I'm like, it was the first time my body got stuck like that. So I'm like, damn. So I was just, like, stuck like this. And I opened my eyes, and I was looking around. I'm like, okay, I was making sure I wasn't dreaming. I'm like, I'm not dreaming. I'm just stuck. So I remember like I was hearing nurses talk, like I was hearing like little like conversations between like the nurses. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, so it's probably like not that late. So whatever. So then I am like, fuck it. Like I'm gonna go back to sleep. Like I can't move. Like what am I gonna do? Like what is there to do? Like it's time to go to sleep, like, you know. So I go back to sleep. So okay. I'm explaining like this. Let's say like pretend the screen is like my peripheral vision. All right, so I fell asleep and I don't know where my peripheral vision like turned white, like just white. It was just white. I'm like, it was just white. And I'm like, okay. And then I know where like a woman appeared in the middle of my vision, like right here. But she was naked and she had a goat head. And she was, yeah, and her arms were like this. Like she was on the floor, like, I'm sorry. She was like this and her legs like that. So she was kind of like in a position, like, you know, on the floor. And she was just there, like, eyes basically looking at me, like, and I'm like, oh, okay. I think I did get a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember, but I was just like, okay. And I don't know where my peripheral vision turned white again. So pretend this is like my vision, like when you close your eyes. Like, pretend this is what it is. All right, so from this side, I think, like, just be like from here, like from my eye view. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm trying to, like, from my screen, like, this is the left side of my, when I close my eyes. Like, there was a woman looking this way, and she was speaking. She was talking about how she looked like the girl from Shameless. What's her name? Fiona. She looked like Fiona from Shameless, to be honest. Like, I'm pretty sure it was her, but I don't know. And then she was talking about how her boyfriend just got in a car accident and how he passed away. I think they both were in a car, and like she survived, and how he died, and how like she's sad and she's grieving, and how she missed him so much, and like how she wishes she could. And then it started getting like a little sexual. She was talking about how she missed him, like she wished she was there to hug him. It's like, fuck, you know, to have sex and things like that. I'm like, okay. Like, I was listening to homegirl was venting to me. I'm like, oh shit, I don't know, but I was like, damn, like that was so sad. Like, oh D, I'm sorry, I felt bad. I'm like, oh D. And I don't know where my peripheral vision went white again. And then it was the same woman, like, naked on the floor with the goat head. But this time she had, like, blood all over her. Oh, I forgot to mention. So when she was telling her story about her boyfriend died, she was bleeding, like, black from her nose and her mouth and her ears and her eyes. And then, so when I went back to the other woman, like I said, she was covered in blood this time. But it wasn't black. It was, like, regular blood. And she was like this, and she started crawling towards me, and her eyes were bleeding. Like, but her eyes were bleeding black. But the rest of the blood wasn't. I think there was, like, a symbol here. It was, like, a circle and something in the middle. I don't remember, to be honest, but it was very symbolic. Like, my dream was very symbolic. And then it turned back. It turned white again before she reached to me, I guess. And then it was the same girl, but, like, this side of my vision, she was talking about... I don't know. I think she was basically repeating herself. And then I got scared, so I woke myself up. And this time I could slowly move. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good. So I guess that was a dream / sleep paralysis. But it was kind of cool. I mean, it was cool and kind of scary. I was like, that was very symbolic. And, like, I woke up like that. Like, that was crazy. So, yeah, that was my second one. I think I'm going to just do one more because, I don't know, maybe I'll just do 2 more. But, okay, so this one was a dream. Okay, so let me explain this dream because I have to use my imagination so you can picture what it looks like. So, where I live, there's this place called Boulevard East. I don't know if you guys know what the Hudson River is. It's what separates New Jersey and New York. It's like, you know, it's in the middle. So, I could walk to Boulevard East. It takes like 15 minutes just for me to walk there. And I could see the view of New York and the water there. So, I was with Boulevard East there. So you can go, because you could take a few ways to go to New York. Like, you can go through, like, Edgewater and Cut. You can, like, take the George Washington Bridge, or you can go through the Holland Tunnel or the Lincoln Tunnel. So I guess in my dream, I was with my mom. My sister was driving. My mom was a passenger. I was behind my sister, and my dad was behind my mom. And, like, so we took the bridge to get there. So, like, we were by Boulevard East. Like, I remember, like, I saw the view in New York. I was in the car. My sister was driving. Like, everybody was in character. Like, everybody was acting just like themselves. It was so crazy. Like, I felt so real. So we were driving to the bridge. And I remember I was looking over the view in New York. So everybody was, like I said, everybody was a character. Like, my sister was eating a cookie. And my mom was like, nah. She was like, yo, eat an apple. My dad, I was acting normal. But the thing is, my dad, he looked very scared. Like, he looked so shook. Like, he had, like, a blanket over him. And he looked scared. And I'm like, damn, why does he look like that? Like, in my head, I was like, damn. And I remember asking him, like, are you okay? And he was like, but, like, scaredly saying yes. Like, but you could tell he wanted to say no. Like, obviously, his body language said the opposite. And then, I was like, damn. And then I know where I started feeling very weird. Like my whole body, like everything, the energy, like just everything around me, like in my body. I'm like, it felt like something, this is what I felt like. I felt like something was coming into Earth's atmosphere, like, and I felt that shit all throughout me. Damn. And, okay. And then, out of nowhere, like, I looked over at my dad. I'm like, damn, what if he's feeling something, the same thing I'm feeling? Because that got me scared. The feeling that came over me, like, it got me feeling scared. Like I said, I felt like something was coming on into Earth, like a meteor or something. I'm getting goosebumps because honestly, like, damn, this dream gave me like PTSD. Like, to be honest, like, and it's crazy. Like, I have crazy goosebumps. Like, this dream made me cry. Like, it was crazy. So it was very like personal. It hit home so hard. Like, I woke up crying, dude. Like, it was very crazy. So, well, to me. So yeah, we're driving. Then I'm like, well, so I look over to the view in New York again, and I see like something's about to crash, and I'm like, yo, like, so in my head, I'm like, damn, like something's crashing to Earth, like the world's gonna end, or like New York is assed out. And mind you, New York, like, if something hits New York, it's fucking up New Jersey too. Like, come on, especially because the river, like, the river would flood us, or like anything, like it's gonna flood us, like. New York is so close to us, like, to me, it's not even funny. I could see New York from, like, if I go out and just stand up, like, in a high chair, I could see New York. I could see New York just by going outside and, like, looking straight, I could see New York. Like, that's how close I am to New York. So, yeah, I see something coming in, and I'm like, I get so sad, because I'm like, damn, like, we're about to die. And I'm like, yo, I remember I told my sister, I'm like, yo, please stop the car. Like, let's get out and hug each other and, like, let's leave Earth all together. Like, that's how I was really feeling. So my sister, like, stopped the car. And we all hugged. We're all hugging. Like, I think my mom was praying. And, like, my sister wasn't scared. Like, me and my sister we were scared. But, like, we were not crying. We weren't showing it. We're, like, we were ready. Like, I felt prepared. So then yes. So yeah, as I was saying, so yeah, we looked ready. We were ready to go, to be honest. But then I looked over at my father, and he looked scared. So I'm Mexican Ecuadorian, so my dad's Mexican. So I remember I looked at him, I'm like, yo, is it your family in Mexico? And he was like, I'm like, yo, if anything, like, it's just New York. I'm like, if anything, they're gonna be fine. I'm like, yo, let's just say goodbye. So then I guess I want to say a meteor. To me, I think it was a nuke or a meteor. I'm pretty sure it was a nuke. So it hit, like, it was going through New York, and it hit. And then, like, when it hit, like, I felt my whole body, like, I felt us die, like, me and my family, like, all together, like, hugging each other. Like, I felt us die, and I felt us turn to, like, I felt myself turn to light. Like, it was so crazy because I felt that, like, on my sleep, too. Like, I felt my body, like, it felt so real. So, like, I felt, like, yeah, I'm sorry. So, yeah, I felt my body turn to light, and then, like, I saw it soon. I felt like light and energy. And then, like, I ascended, and, like, I just left Earth, basically. And I felt very, like, it was very emotional because I was, like, this was, like, when the coronavirus first hit. And, like, things were crazy. Like, you know, like, nobody was outside. Like, there was no type of food. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, when it was like that. I remember I woke up, and I'm like, yo, that felt like a sign. I remember I told my dad, I'm like, yo, I hit him up with, like, some crazy shit. And then that's it. And then, okay, I'm going to say my last dream. This happened to me, like, a month ago. Like, September. Like, mid-September. I actually drew what happened to me, like, yesterday. I kind of sketched it out a little bit. So this is what happened. It was just cool. So I had a dream with, like, my friend from Alaska and her boyfriend. So we were, like, in this house. And I dreamt in this house before. So we were, like, in this house. And, like, on the second floor. So there's there's a bed here. And then the window's right there. Like, the bed was right next to the window. So it was like, my friend's man, her, and me. Just, like, we were, like, laying down, like, playing Among Us. I'm pretty sure we're playing, like, a video game out together on the phone. And I don't know where, like, a light, like, flashes through the window. And it, like, scans. It felt like okay, I'm gonna get back to that. Like, a light just goes through the window and, like, scans the room. But it was like a UFO ship. So basically, like, when it went away, like, I saw the ship, like, dip so quick. I'm like, oh my God. So my friend was scared. So then she was like, yo, I remember it was like I think it was at night. So then the next night, she was like, Kathy, can we all sleep together? Like, I'm scared. I'm like, okay. So we all slept in, like, in the same bed. So as we're sleeping, like, I feel the thing come again. Like, I see the light come. But this time it's, like, on top of me. On top of all three of us. I'm sorry. And then, like, it shines as light. But this light, like, it doesn't feel like light. It feels like, it is light. It feels like light, but, like, it feels like energy, too. Like, it's so crazy. I don't know how to explain it. So, it's, like, it shone this light on us, and it scanned, like, our bodies. First, it scanned my friend. But when they scanned her, her body looked different. Like, she looked, like, less of a human and more like a spirit. And then they scanned her boyfriend, and it was the same thing. So, when they scanned me, dude, like, I felt the light made me turn to like it made my body turn to light, and it made me like, I felt that shit in my sleep again, and like I felt throughout my body, like I felt the scanning, like I felt what they were looking for, like they were scanning like every part of me, dude, and they went up to my head, and my body felt like light and energy, and it was like the feeling I get is just crazy. I'm sorry, I'm looking around. I wanted to show you guys real quick since it was right there too. Right here. I mean, I could have drew it better, but yeah. So this would be like my body, and this would be like the ship scanning me, and this would be like how it being like shiny like light. And right here, I'm like, my body feels like light. Like I felt like a spirit, to be honest. I felt like a soul. That's what I felt like. But yeah, those are like some of my dreams and sleep paralysis. I thought were pretty cool. I definitely had like crazier, I mean, obviously I had crazier dreams, but these are just dreams that like hit different, like that like I sensed to while I was sleeping. Like, yeah, it was pretty cool. And one thing I noticed about my dreams is I always dream about places like I never been to before ever, but I always end up going in my life. Like, this has happened to me since I was a kid. Like, let's say like I was 10. I had a dream like I was behind my mom's Jeep and she was driving, and we went to this place like I never been to before. It was like somewhere in like New Jersey. And then like, bro, and I was like, and then two years later, like we ended up going to that same place. I'm like, yo, that's so crazy. And I remember I had a dream once of this specific house. I'm like, yo, this city looks cool. And then I ended up going to this fucking city, and yo, everything was, yo, the house was there, like down to everything, down to the house number. Like, what? Come on, I don't believe in coincidences, but I think dreams are like definitely a way of life communicating with you, or the universe, and definitely like an altered, or to me like definitely like just an altered dream world. You could say dream world, you could say a different world. Like some people don't think, some people like don't even care. Like, it's just some people don't even dream or remember their dreams, but I remember like my dream like almost every night. Like, I remember like multiple dreams I have throughout the night. But yeah, to me like they mean something. So like, I guess I'm sharing this for a reason. I don't know. Maybe you guys had a dream and like we're overthinking it. Like, but don't overthink your dreams too, because mind you, like to me it's just a way of, I don't want to say something about maybe the life or the universe, you know, trying to tell you something or send you a message. But obviously it's not going to be clear. Like, it's going to speak a certain way. You're going to have to understand. That's just how I feel. I just realized this video is so long. I'm so sorry. Not really, but yeah, y'all. This honestly that was a pretty cool video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yo, please like, subscribe, and comment. Feel free to like, yo, do that. Be a real one. Yeah, I'll probably be posting. I don't know, to be honest. But I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you guys have a good day. I hope everyone's staying safe. You feel me? Life is crazy. Life's a trip. Life's a ride, yo. You just gotta enjoy it, man, bro. Like, to be honest, like, honestly, I've been a little upset these past few days, like feeling really down. But I can't let it get to me. Like, that's just how life is, and like life will always throw things in your face. Like, that's just what it is. That's the part of living, yo. It's just part of the experience. So yeah, everybody take care of themselves and do what you gotta do, yo. Stay healthy, yo. Take care of your family, like, yo, spread love. Do what you gotta do. But yeah, this is Kathy D out. Everyone stay safe.